Hello, 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 everybody. It is Burns. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. I am your certified detox specialist, and I am so excited that you are here today. Today is going to be an amazing class. Wait till you see what I have planned for you. But first, before any further ado, let me first apologize for being over an hour late. I do apologize. Technology, man. Technology is a bitch sometimes, I tell you. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm not even kidding you. It has been it's good. It's good that I know my way around technology, but sometimes things that you think are gonna take a little bit of time end up taking 10 times longer than you think they would. Like, seriously, not even kidding you. But here we are. We are talking about Dr. Morse's herbal formulas. What are they? What do they do? And what do I need? This is like by far one of the most requested classes here at the Real Juicy Detox. And in case you've never met me before, I'm Burns. Hello. Welcome. I am a certified detox specialist, certified by Dr. Robert Morse at the International School of Detoxification. And I do these lunchtime classes every single day where we come together. We looking forward to this class. Yes, indeed, Carlene. Amazing students like Carlene, who is tuning in on the live. If you're tuning in on the live, say hello in the comments and I will pop your face and your comment or questions up on the screen. Yes, indeed, Karen. So excited to have you here, darling. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for waiting for me. Because I know you guys, like some of you guys set your alarm clocks, which is just so, I'm so freaking thrilled about that because we can learn so much together, right? Are you guys having fun learning in this detox class? Oh my gosh. So as you know, there's always new class members that are joining us, right? My OG, the original gangsta crew, right? The original juicing crew. You guys know there's always new people here. So pop in, if you're watching this, pop in and let us know if you're a student here, if you're new. Encourage the newcomers, if for all of you who have been here before. Ronnie says, "Dear Burns, you are an inspiration." Well, thank you so much, Ronnie. You guys inspire me equally. You don't even know. As inspired as you are by me, I am by you. So thank you for tuning in. And Duda says, "Hello, Miss Burns and lovely classmates." Duda in the house. You're so worth the wait, lady. Oh my God, bless you, Carlene. God bless you. Let me share this out real quick. Let me get this up on my Facebook, and I'm going to share this out really quickly to these juicing groups that I love sharing this out to, that are putting up with my incessant classes showing up in their groups. Quite frankly, it's like, why wouldn't you, right? You got a detox specialist coming live, teaching Dr. Morse, teaching the juicing principles that are changing our lives. Why wouldn't you want me to post it in your group, right? That's what I think anyhow. But that's just because I'm bold-faced like that. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you also met me through some of these juicing groups, didn't you? Some of you don't even know where you met me. Some of you have been following me for like years, right? I love it. I love it. Let me just share this out. And again, to those groups that are allowing me to share this in their groups, thank you so much. I appreciate you, admins. I know how much it takes to run a group. I have a little group where the classmates here hang out afterwards, and I don't even run that group. The classmates run that group, but I know how involved it can be, trust me. So I appreciate you allowing me to share my knowledge and my love for health and vitality with your members. And I'm a member in those groups too. Hi, Kat. Kat says, hi, Bern, being busy and did only juicing 7 days. I started eating again, but I'm still juicing every other day. I'm working so much. I got 12 bottles of Concord grape juice waiting for maybe next week. Oh my goodness. Yay. Yay for Kat. That is amazing. Now, when you are doing this type of detox, I want you to remember that we're always detoxing. As long as you are eating raw fruits, melons and berries and vegetables, you're still detoxing. When we eat chewing food after we kind of graduate out of the juicing protocol, the ideal way to eat now is to have mainly juice as your main nutrition, and then have some chewing food. Maybe you want to have some fruit for lunch, and then a salad or a raw vegan pizza, like what I've got uncooking in the dehydrator right now for the family for dinner. You can do that, but in between, you can even have some fruit for breakfast. But in between those meals, make those meals a little bit smaller and still get in your 3 to 4 liters of juice, and you're still going to be detoxing the body while you're enjoying some chewing food. So, don't feel like you're still not in the program, girlfriend. You are still in it to win it, Kat. You are still doing it. Okay. 7 days, by the way, congratulations. Most people don't do that. Most people don't do that. So big, huge shout out to you. And yes, the Concord grape juice is so good. Right now I'm drinking tangerine and pineapple, and oh my God, mind blown. Yes, Alana says, hello, all you lovely juicy juicers. I'll be back for the replay. Have a super day. You're going to want to come back for this replay. This is going to be probably one of the best classes ever. Not to give you any FOMO, fear of missing out, but I'm just saying, if you can come back and watch the replay, anybody who's just popping in now, and then it's like, oh my God, I got to get to that other meeting or that other appointment, or I got to go do something. It's skin past bone. I got to go do something. That's what we used to say in Trinidad. What time is it? I don't know, skin past bone. Karen said, I'm there with you, Alana. I'm on and off here today. Okay, awesome, Karen. This is going to be, I'm so sorry that it was late getting ready and getting online today, but there's a really good reason why. Let me give you a little teaser. That's what we're going to be talking about today. All the information, everything you need to know about Dr. Morse herbs. So I'm going to be putting up 30 of these screen images that explain and outline and go through the Dr. Morse herbs, because we can now really amplify our game, what we're doing. So if you've gotten into the juicing and you're cleaning up the diet and you really want to amplify your healing and regeneration of the body, you can do that with herbs. It's easy. Herbs are so beneficial. And we're going to start the class portion of this right after I read this message from Olga. Hi, Olga. Hi, Burns. Happy to see everyone. I'm watching you on replay every day. Love your recipes. I'm still juicing, but introduce some foods. Good for you, Olga. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Olga is rocking this program. She is in it to win it. She is the beautiful, beautiful woman who I showed her breast tumors, the ones that were coming out through the skin, couple of weeks ago. So well done, Olga. You are a champion, girl, and we love you so much. Keep going, okay? You're doing it. You can introduce some foods. Listen, you're still detoxing if you're eating live, raw food. So don't think that you're not still detoxing. You're getting it. You're getting this done. And every now and then we need to pull back. We need to enjoy the food. We need to enjoy food with the family. We want that chewing sensation, but we can still be detoxing. So that is so great. Good for you. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go into these slides. I'm going to do a little slideshow with you guys. I've got 30 slides. Hang on one second. There you go. You can still see me, although I'm very off, askew. I am askew, man. Okay, I see. I see where I gotta sit now. Okay, there we go. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 hot minute. 1 hot minute. Okay. Everything is good. Everything is good. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Who's excited? Who is excited right now about learning about the Dr. Morse herbs and formulas that he's got going? Yes, much love to Olga. We are so proud of you, Olga. You're getting it, girl. You're getting it. It's taking as long as it's going to take, but you're getting it, man. You are a champion. You're a goddess. Wow. So inspired by Olga. We love you, Olga. We love you. Okay, here we go. So all of these slides I'm going to upload in our group, The Real Juicy Detox, on Facebook. Okay? Yeah. Cindy is ready. Bring it on, Burns. Yes, let's do this. Let's get it. Let's get it. So the Dr. Morse cellular botanicals, this slideshow presentation that I'm doing for you guys and for all of us here today is what we were given in the certification program. And by the way, I just got my final marks back a little while ago for the certification program. And guess what? I got 92% on those exams. I'm so freaking happy about that. You know, I'm a bit of an overachiever, and I like to, when I do something, I like to do it really well, and I like to get really good grades on it if I'm getting graded. But of course, that also brought with it a whole lot of, you know, stress in and of itself. But that's all good. I'm so excited. I feel so confident that what I know and what I conveyed in that certification exam was on the money. I'm like, okay, I get this. 92%. That's pretty amazing. Olga says, thank you, ladies. Love you as well. Okay, let's get going here. Let's get going. So this is the presentation that was given to us by Attila, and Attila is one of Dr. Morse's top counselors at their clinic, the Dr. Morse Herbal Health Club in Florida. And it was created by Jennifer Willett. So let's go through it. What we're going to see in each of these slides, and this is not to sell anybody on anything. This is to really understand what the herbal formulas and formulations that Dr. Morse has put together, what they do for our bodies. So he's taken his 50 years of experience and he has combined all of the herbs that he knows are going to help. Sometimes some of these formulas have 4, 5, 6 different herbs in creating this one formulation. And what he has done is that he has put all of this together for us in really a beautiful package. And herbs are, let me just fix my camera for one second, because this is kind of, no, I messed it up. One second. Oh, Lord, Burnsy. There we go. Let me go back to here for a second. What I want us to really understand when we think about these cellular botanicals is that these are the consciousness and the energetics in these powerful, powerful herbs, plants that the Creator has put here for us to utilize and to benefit from, not to replace what that part of our body, that organ or tissue that it's designed for, not to replace the functioning of that organ. Like we're not replacing our hormones, we're not replacing our steroids with any of this, we're not replacing any of that stuff. What we're doing is we're supporting the tissues, glands, and organs that these plants, in their awareness and their consciousness, are able to target and to hone in on different areas of our body in order to heal it as and when we put it into our body, as our body best can utilize it. It's incredibly fascinating. It's so fascinating. So when we go through these formulas, I want us to keep in mind that this is not supplementation in the form of, an external steroid or an external hormone. Do they ship to Australia? Yes, they do, babe. Thank you so much, Carlene. Thank you. Congratulations on your mark. And shifting consciousness, Nancy says, hi, Burns. I had a horrible vertigo attack yesterday morning. Oh my gosh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm wondering if it's a viral infection, seeing that I have a history of migraine, sinus issues, and a lot of earwax. Well, babe, it's all lymphatic congestion and stagnation in the head. All of that. The vertigo, it's all inner ear pressure and balance, and that is impacted and affected by the lymphatic stagnation in the head. And if you are doing a detox program, you know that you are going to be most likely experiencing some of the stuff that you have experienced in the past in your life, right? We know that, right? We know this now. So it is very, very, yeah. And Nancy says, that's what I thought. Yeah. You're so welcome, Rhonda. Yes, they ship to, oh, hey man, right before I came on, I had my camera set up so I couldn't message you. I was like, oh man, I forgot to tell Emoji King that class started an hour and 10 minutes late. So you came right on time. Just like we always say, you get here right in the right time. It's all good. I was getting these tiles ready for class today. So you're good. You are good. You are good. You are good. Okay, so let's get going. So we are talking about the very incredible, beautiful power of these herbs to, they're like heat-seeking missiles. They will go exactly to the organs, tissues, and glands that they were designed to go to, and they are safe for us to use. They're healthy. They are the awareness and the consciousness of these beautiful plants in their unadulterated, nothing is isolated within the plant. We're getting the entire complete botanical infused in either the tincture or into the dried herb format or into glycerin format. And we're going to talk about some of that. But let's get into it. Let's go. Let's see what he's got. What do you got for us, Dr. Morse? What do you got? What do you got? So the adrenal support, and by the way, I'm going to go through all of the herbal stuff, okay? So get your little notepads out, jot it down. If you have a question or a comment that you want to drop in the comments as I'm going through this, I will get to all of the questions and comments. I'll kind of jump back and forth between the questions just to make sure that there's nothing, that there isn't something I can address. I'll do that every 5 minutes or so. But let's look at the adrenal support. All of these, what you can see here in the picture, let me make sure that this is coming through okay on the mobile device here, my iPad as well. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are you guys enjoying class these days? Are you guys loving it? I'm absolutely loving class. I tell you, I wake up with a new sense of purpose, knowing that it's class. It's always, every day is class day. It's so cool. So adrenal support is available in liquid, capsules, and glycerin. Now, our adrenals are tied to our emotions. So anytime we are feeling anxious or stressed or nervous or overly shy, we know that that is the adrenal gland. It is very, if you suffer with arthritis, fatigue, chronic fatigue, specific for low blood pressure, right? Low blood pressure really is low kidney function. If you have any of these things, as you're going to see as we go through these tiles, which is why I was an hour and 10 minutes late, you are going to see that you're going to recognize yourself in some of these things. Let me know in the comments as I go through these. Just put down, like, just type in the ones that you feel would benefit you. And then I'm also going to, not today, because we got 30 of these tiles to go through, but later on this week, I'm also going to go through the health questionnaire that we have you fill out as a certified detox specialist. And we're going to go through those, and you're going to really be able to see, but you're also going to be able to see, because you're going to know, oh my God, I have chronic fatigue and I have low blood pressure. This adrenal support is something that would benefit me. Understand? That's how it goes. Okay, so this is also for people with neurotransmitting issues. So multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, palsy, tremors, Lou Gehrig's, etc. And if you've had a past stroke. Adrenal support is also really good if you have any kind of spinal cord injury, heart arrhythmia, tinnitus. Hello, the burns, always loud, ringing in the ears. If you have a weak pulse, if you have prostatitis, if you have any female reproductive problems, especially estrogen dominance, ovarian cysts, sore breasts, uterine fibroids, all of that kind of stuff, really good. We got to support these adrenals. If you have any blood sugar problems, type 1 and type 2 diabetes, hypoglycemia, if you have any kind of breathing issues, COPD, asthma, which is there's a neurological connection to these type of issues. So adrenal support. We're going to look at the spasm common. I'm going to go through this in exactly the order and the staging that we did it in the certification program, because it's all going to come together. It's all going to come together. Spasm calm. It's created as an antispasmodic for nerve, vascular, and muscle tissue. A must-have in the herbal medicine cabinet. Superb for spasms, convulsions, seizures, spinal cord injuries, vascular spasms, asthma attacks, good for PMS and menstrual cramps. If you have leg cramps or cramping in general, this is also good. It's good for if you have headaches and migraines. I know a lot of us out here suffer with the headaches and the migraines. Very good for the headaches and the migraine, and use it with the pain release formula, which we're going to talk about in a bit. This is good if you have bowel spasms, and it is, as I said, good to use in conjunction with the pain release. This comes in the form of a tincture, and the reason for that, you're going to see some of these things are tincture based and some of them are capsule based. The tinctures are great because they go straight directly into the bloodstream immediately. It doesn't require going through the digestive process. So if you're finding that you have a headache or you're having a seizure or that kind of thing, if you take this, you put it right under the tongue so it goes in sublingually, it would be really beneficial. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Do you like the slides? Do you like the slides? Was it worth the wait? Were the slides worth the wait? Let me know in the ding, 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 ding. Let me know. Let me know. Yes, tangerine and pineapple. You want some? Yum, yum, yum. Okay. The bleeding. The bleeding formula is it's another good one to keep in your first aid kit. It's used to stop internal and external bleeding from trauma or high acidosis, which is breaking down the capillaries, causing bleeding, or capillaries. I always say capillaries, but capillaries. Good for so urinary tract infections and GI tract, gums, etc. You can put it directly onto a cut. And you want to have caution with some women if you're menstruating, as it can really significantly reduce menses. But that's also really good because I know some women out here are having an excessive amount of bleeding, and this can be used to help slow that down a little bit, okay? And as with everything, we're going after the problem, all right? So if you are having excessive bleeding with your menstruation, you need to work on the pituitary, which also controls the ovarian release of estrogen, work on the endocrine glands, and if excessive bleeding, especially if it is bright red, go to the emergency room. Don't take any chances with that. And don't be afraid to go to the emergency room either. Right? If you got some bleeding going on, remember a while back, somebody had mentioned that they had some blood in the stool and they were asking if that was normal. Well, it depends on how much blood, you know, because you can have a hemorrhoid pop and it could seem like a lot of blood and it could be at times bright red. So you really have to know, you know, if you have had a history of excessive bleeding and you kind of know that this kind of passes and that you just got to manage it, this is the kind of tincture that you want to have in your first aid kit at home. Okay, so the blood support cleans the blood of impurities. It alkalizes the blood and tissues. It reduces vascular inflammation, helps remove mineral deposits and lipid deposits and metals, strengthens the blood system. It's toxic blood conditions. So this is good for any kind of toxic blood conditions that you might have. All cancers, anemia, low iron, and toxic liver and spleen conditions. So you know this is not an iron supplement. This is something to give the body a chance to properly utilize and clean and heal itself from the blood level. So this is the difference between herbs and, say, a supplement like iron. This is, although it's for people with low iron and anemia, those, you know, iron absorption issues, it goes to those tissues, glands, and organs that are responsible for proper utilization of minerals and components like that. So. Okay, bone and connective tissue support. And by the way, again, all of these slides I'm going to upload to an album in our Real Juicy Detox group on Facebook afterwards, after the class today. So if you want to get them, you don't have to go like crazy and screen shoot them now. I want you to just relax. I want you to put your pen down and I want you to just take it all in because it's a lot of information, right? So you don't need to be too worried about taking all the notes right now. And this is always going to live on YouTube and in different places. So we got you. Well, right, so bone and connective tissue support. So this strengthens and rebuilds tissue, especially bones, cartilage, and connective tissue. So tissue that holds everything together. So if you have anything like prolapsing, sagging skin, saggy breasts, hemorrhoids, any kind of anything to do with your connective tissue, this is a really good one. It's got a high source of plant calcium, and remember the parathyroid must always be working in order to utilize calcium. So it's got a high source of calcium, but it also heals the parathyroid gland, which is responsible for utilizing calcium properly. Strengthens the fingernails, good for anyone who has bruising and anyone has depression. Depression, has everything to do with your thyroid functioning. So this is really, really good for parathyroid and thyroid issues. Great for regenerating broken bones, accelerates the time healing after surgery. So if another good one to keep in your toolbox at home, because like Cindy, remember you had that emergency surgery, and I was like, oh man, it's too bad we couldn't help you to get that, but it was like a quick surgery that you needed to have. Lane asking, so which one is more preferred between the thyroid tincture and the bone and connective tissue support, since both deal with the thyroid? Excellent question. If you have, and we're going to get to the thyroid issue, the thyroid formula in a bit. It's really a matter, Lane, of your budget and how much you want to spend to address healing those tissues, glands, and organs. And what we can do as well is you can, a couple of weeks, you can use the bone and connective tissue support. A couple of weeks later, you can use another couple of weeks with the thyroid support. So you can mix it up. You can, you know, you want to keep the body almost kind of guessing sometimes, but you can use both, which is also the great news. Okay, brain and nerve health. Great formula for regenerating the brain tissue and also the autonomic and central nervous system. MS, Parkinson's, Lou Gehrig's, poor memory, Alzheimer's, dementia, Bell's palsy, all of those conditions, if you have any of those, you would really benefit from the brain and nerve health. Glaucoma, which is lymph pressure, macular degeneration, if you have a loss of smell, loss of hearing, all caused from acidosis, right? If you have any kind of spinal cord injury, brain and nerve health, again, really good for anything that has to do with neurological functioning. Dizziness, equilibrium issues, mental disorders, always try to use with our circulation upper body formula to move blood more aggressively to the brain and at the same time regenerate brain tissue. The only caution that I would give you with this, and when we get to the circulation formulas, I'll talk about this, is you just want to be really, really careful. If somebody has a brain tumor, for example, you might just not want to do the upper body circulation upper body, because you know, anytime you amplify blood flow to an area, it also has the potential to see an increase in that tumor. So you want to just be a little bit cautious with that. And again, always go back to the foundation: adrenals, kidneys, lymph, colon. And you're also going to see, when we get down to the bottom of these slides, you're also going to see where these different formulas come in the Fab 4 kit and the deep tissue cleansing kits, which are beautifully put together so that we can address, we can go back to the foundations: adrenals, kidneys, lymph, colon, all the eliminative organs, and then that switch, that adrenal switch, in order to get things turned on in your body. So the cayenne garlic combo. How are you guys doing, by the way? Isn't this fascinating? Doesn't this just make you so excited? It's like, oh my goodness. The other thing that I want to let you know is that if you are not able to get these in your country, or maybe they're too expensive, but by the time you take in American exchange rate and all of that, but you can source your herbs at home wherever you are, you know, at an herbal supply store or online on Amazon. I just picked up some chaparral herb actually on Amazon, which is very hard to find in stores in Canada. On another class, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the formulations that each of these formulas has, so that you can procure and get your own herbs, so that you can make your own tea, and that you can make your own tinctures as well at home, as well as those are going to have the ratio, so that you're going to be able to make those up as well. Isn't that great? I love being able to do stuff myself, right? Actually, speaking of which, let me have a sip of my Heal All tea. And I put some of that chaparral herb in it. And before the chaparral herb, I loved the Heal All tea. And now I'm like, I think I put too much chaparral herb in there because, oh my God. But I'm still drinking it because I'm a big girl. So the cayenne garlic combo, created to lower blood pressure and to increase circulation throughout the body. Yes, Duda, that is the right info we need. Exactly. Oh my God, yes, thank you, says Amy. Good, 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 good. Guys, I'm telling you, I wasn't kidding when I said that I'm going to teach you every single thing that I was taught at when I got my certification program degree. I'm not even kidding you. Degree, certification, whatever, when I got certified by Dr. Robert Morse. And I checked with the office, and we are allowed to share this information with you because that's the whole reason we went there, so that we can share this information with you guys, so that we don't have to be afraid anymore, and we can use all the resources that we could possibly get our hands on in order to heal our bodies. Like generosity on top of generosity with Dr. Robert Morse, I tell you. Absolutely amazing. So the cayenne garlic combo, great to lower blood pressure, you guys. Great to lower blood pressure and to increase the circulation throughout the body. It's a dilator of the vascular system. It's great after you've had a stroke or a heart attack. Yeah, Rhonda says fantastic. I know, it's just so amazing, isn't it, Rhonda? So cool. So cool. So this is why I was late today. So see, it was worth the wait. And I got 30 of these slides. Let's go. Let's keep going. Great for swinging blood pressure. So if you have normal to high blood pressure, you know, or you swing high to low, that is inflammation and lymph stagnation in the back of the head, in the cerebellum, right back here. Right back here. So you can use a hot and a cold compress at the back of the head. You can candle your ears. You can have a chiropractic adjustment, lymphatic massage. All of that is also going to help support you. This also works on the kidneys. Most blood pressure issues are always kidney weakness. Top number is your systolic number. That's your adrenal glands, which sits right on top of the kidneys. So this is your cardiac punch. This is going to give your everything that controls the heart. This is going to fire that up and get you to your healing. The bottom number is your diastolic number, and this is the pressure in the pipes. Always fix the kidneys. We need to fix the kidneys. Okay, check this out. Chem or metal detox. Now, this is really, really important for anybody who has had exposure to high radiation, chemical drug use, pesticides, vaccinations, which pretty much is almost everybody on the planet. Greatly enhances the endocrine gland system and low adrenal function. And yeah, it cleans out the chemical residues and heavy metals that are stored within the tissues of the body. So when we think about it, when we get a vaccine, or when we have, you know, all of this chemical drug use, whether that is over-the-counter chemical drug use, like I was addicted to over-the-counter pain medication for 40 years. It could be, you know, recreational drugs. All of that stuff gets stored in our cells, usually because we're already shut down by the time we come to this planet. And then looking at all the crap that we've had in our body since childhood, all of that gets stored in the tissues of the body, and we need to get this out of the body. This is what is stuck in our cells. This is what is causing all of this pain and toxicity within the body. That is the cause of all of our dis-ease within the body. So this is a really good one to detox and get these toxins out. So here we go, circulation, upper body and lower body. So circulation, upper body is specific to the head. Circulation, lower body focuses on everything below the head. Obviously the heart, the lower extremities, and anything below the head. Because the herbs work systemically, you're going to have an effect throughout the entire body. All right, so if affordability allows, using both together is extremely powerful. It aggressively moves blood flow. This is great for male and female problems, blockages, occlusions, strokes, heart attacks. Really good for varicose veins and spider veins, which is a connective tissue weakness. One thing I want you guys to bear in mind is that, because I see a lot of, you know, protocols come into me and checklists and so on. And so I noticed that a lot of people don't have a lot of stuff checked off on it for some reason. You really want to look at your body closely when you're going through these things. And I noticed this on Dali. He's very fair. So I could really see it on him. But he's got like a lot of spider veins, like where you could see the veins like just underneath the skin, like a lot of them. And he's also had issues with hemorrhoids. So that is a connective tissue issue. And, you know, he also gets a lot of cramping in the legs. So you really want to, as you're going through this, you really want to really look at your body really carefully. The varicose veins, they don't have to be all popping out and gross. Like I have a couple of them. I've had them my entire life. So as you're going through these things, I really want, you know, we got to really look at our bodies and really be honest about where we're starting from. That always just comes up for me whenever I read the varicose vein and spider vein thing, because I know Dolly was like, oh no, I don't have any spider veins. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Look, all down the side of your rib cage. And it's, I don't know, it always just reminds me. Hey there, Detox Your Being. Detox Your Being is on a beautiful array of his deep tissue cleansing kits. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to fire them away. The glycerins taste good. That is good to know. That is good to know. Okay, let's go here. Oh, hang on 1 second. Oops. Okay. So depression, poor memory, graying of the hair, balding is all lymphatic stagnation. So this is why we want to get the circulation going. Both formulas are great for opening everything up, and it helps with swelling and inflammation of the artery walls. You may need to use caution with some cancer cases and tumors. The blood flow to tumors is always in question. Use it on a case-by-case basis, but do not be afraid of it. Always work on the kidneys, the lymph glands, and the colon. And the endocrine gland support. So the endocrine glands, for those of you that don't know, the endocrine glands are these glands throughout our entire body. Our entire body. So they include, and this is a really good one for anybody that does not have a lot of money, but you know that you have a lot of glandular weakness. This is a formulation that is going to be really good for you. So this touches on the thyroid, the parathyroid, the adrenals, the pineal gland, the pituitary, the thymus, the pancreas, the ovaries, the prostate, all the glands. And glands are what control the release of steroids, the release of hormones, the release of all the chemical components that help keep us healthy and running properly in the body. So really, really good one. It's part of the Fab4 kit. The Fab4 kit is endocrine support, kidneys and bladder, lymphatic system, and GI renew. So this is created obviously to strengthen and tone and enhance the regeneration of all of your endocrine glands. And the endocrine gland system, again, really important to have that running smoothly and functioning properly. Let me take a sip of sunshine over here. Are you guys enjoying these slides? Are you guys getting excited to get your herbs or to start dipping your toe into this powerful means of healing yourself? And again, you don't have to buy the herbs from Dr. Morse, but if you do, I would love it if you could buy them through me. It would help support the channel, The Real Juicy Detox, or not, it doesn't matter. But what I love is where is my remote control for my heater? Because now it is hot in here. 1 second. I love the fact that we can make these on our own by just procuring them from, you know, our local supplier, or you can buy them already formulated by Dr. Morse. But I love that he has this laid out so beautiful to support our healing. And it's, like I said, 50 years of his experience of working with these herbs on himself, on hundreds of thousands of his clients. He knows his stuff. So the endocrine support is helpful with glandular imbalances or weaknesses such as hypothyroidism, adrenal weakness, estrogen dominance, ridged fingernails, neurological disorders, and sleep disorders, etc. Use with caution in hyperthyroid conditions and or goiters, because this will bring circulation and bring activity to your thyroid gland. So if you have a hyperactive thyroid or goiter, caution. Always work lymphatically when dealing in hyper conditions. You don't want to stimulate the thyroid. So just caution there. Okay, eye health. Eye health you can use this internally and externally. So you can take it by the mouth, and you can also use it as an eye wash. Externally, it can be used as a rinse throughout the day, and you can make a fresh batch daily. Use an eye cup or goggles to administer, and refer to the handbook, the handout in your handbook for instructions on dosing. So it comes with a little handbook for this one. Extremely beneficial with brain and nerve health, circulation, upper body, and Fab4. Cleans and strengthens and regenerates the eye tissue. Promotes blood and lymph flow within the eyes. And it is excellent for cataracts, glaucoma, foreign particles trapped in the eye, pink eye, floaters, dry eyes, etc. Okay, the female reproductive tonic. Yeah. Created to clean and strengthen the ovaries and uterus. It's more of a progesterone formula as opposed to an estrogen formula. It's not recommended for most women. Don't recommend most women to work on estrogen. Get the adrenals healthy. So, yeah, that's good to know. I didn't know that when I was on my hormone replacement therapy, which I went off as soon as I started this program, by the way. So estrogen is acidic. If you take it, your body loses the ability to make it. Great for all female issues, including ovarian cysts, fibroids, prolapsed uterus, hot flashes, cramping, dry vaginal walls. You can also use black cohosh for that, and low sex drive, etc. And the female reproductive tonic has been known to cause pregnancy. So if you are wanting to avoid pregnancy, make sure you have a backup method of birth control. It can increase breast size and overall natural product for getting tissue healthy. Yes, we need to get our lady parts all healthy. Okay, so the gland tonic. Lots of power herbs from nature. Builds stamina and health of cells for all your glands. Helpful with glandular imbalances or weaknesses, especially MS, Parkinson's, and ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. Same precautions as the endocrine support formula. This is a kick up from the endocrine support formula. So if we go back to the endocrine support formula, right, we want to be careful not when we're working with hyper conditions. In the same way, same thing for the gland tonic. Healthy glucose helps maintain blood sugar balance, so it works on the adrenals and the pancreas. It is a very strong formula, so be careful. Check your blood sugars regularly and stay away from starch, not sugar. Remember, we had a whole class on sugar and carbohydrates and the real truth about all of that. So you can check the YouTube uploads, because it is on the YouTube channel. I think it was days 17 and 18. I talked about sugars. You don't want to stay away from this kind of sugar. This is the bioavailable fuel that your body is looking for. It's the complex sugar that you need to stay away from, or the starches. Yes, all the pasta and the fake diabetic food and the fake vegan food. Stay away from all of that crap. That is not what we're talking about here. Going to high protein diets will only terminate you faster. High protein diets are never the answer. You will always have blood sugar problems with fruits and vegetables, but it will keep it down while you are correcting the adrenals. So when you go on a fruit, melons, and berries protocol or a raw vegan protocol, it's going to take a little while for your blood sugars to stabilize, but they will a lot faster than you think. So, obviously monitor what you're doing, right? Monitor what you're doing, but this healthy glucose can help you with that. Where is my remote control for my heater? There it is. Happy caps. Happy caps lift a person's spirit and builds up the parathyroid gland. It increases vascular and nerve responses from within the brain. Depression can also stem from a heavy fungal problem. Always want to use the parasite formulas to remove fungus from the body, and always work on the adrenal glands and stop eating starches and cheeses. Stop that. Can assist the pineal gland in regulating sleep cycles. Strong heart is created to strengthen and regenerate the heart tissue. It increases circulation and nerve response within the heart. It strengthens vascular function. It helps eliminate arrhythmias, heart attacks, strokes, congestive heart failure. Great formula to use with the circulation lower body formula. And monitor those on beta or calcium channel blockers. Heart medications can become too strong and drop blood pressure too low. Titrate your medications accordingly, or in other words, slowly reduce the amount of the pharmaceutical medications that have to do with blood pressure. You want to be doing that, right? The whole reason why we're doing this and healing our body and using these herbs to support our body as we heal, the whole reason why we're doing this is to get off of a lot of this crap that these doctors have us on. My goodness, some of my clients, they come to me and it's like they're on 10 different medications, and I'm like, what? For what? Crazy. They don't even know half the time. So again, with strong heart, you always want to work on the kidneys and the endocrine glands. The thyroid, the parathyroid gland regulates calcium utilization, which is essential for nerve pathways. And this, again, pairs well with brain and nerve health and adrenal support to mitigate palpitations. So I know some of you have had that palpitation in the heart kind of thing. All right. So this will help along with the brain and nerve health and the adrenal support. The immune booster. Immune booster is created to enhance and rebuild immune tissues and to stimulate immune cell response. It increases adrenal activity and thus steroid production, enhances the action of the spleen, enhances weakened immune system, assists in detoxification, which is what we're all after here. Good for colds, flu, all cancers, infections, and wounds. Good for before and after surgeries. So this is a really good one for before and after surgeries. You never want to have to undergo surgery, but if you ever do, good to take before, excellent to take after. Most immune function exists within the lymphatic system, so always work on your lymph and kidneys. Acidic joints, formerly known as inflammation/joints and healthy joints. So this is now called acidic joints. And this was created to help remove inflammation from the tissues and to assist the body in rebuilding its tissues. It's an anti-inflammatory formula, great for arthritis, rheumatoid rheumatoid arthritis, RA, bursitis, colitis, overactive conditions, painful swelling, or general acidosis to the body of the body. Great question, Lane. Lane wants to know, would the immune booster be good to take just as a precaution during the winter? What about for a teen? Yes, and yes. So these formulas can actually be used not just with teens, but with children in general, as well as it's for everybody. We are, no matter if it's a 6-month-old baby, that's just a smaller version of a life size, a fully grown teen or a fully grown adult. So you can definitely use it as a teen, Lane. And it is great to take as a precaution during the winter. But remember, we are already doing that. The precaution that so many of us are wanting to really focus on, because it's the easiest thing to change, is always going to be the diet first. And absolutely, this will help support the body. Let me pull that one back up, Lane. Immune booster. Definitely, this will support your body during the winter, and you definitely can use it as a precautionary way. You're right on the money there, Lane. You're one sharp cookie. I love it. I love the questions. I love the feedback, and I love knowing that you're here and actually thinking along the way. This is awesome. Good job. So the immune booster would be great for taking as a auxiliary sort of supplement, it's not a supplement, herbal formula during the winter. It stimulates the immune cell response. It increases the adrenal activity, enhances the action of the spleen, which is the filter for the blood, which is great. It enhances weakened immune systems. It assists in detoxification, good for colds, flus, all cancers, all infections, all wounds. So yes, definitely a good one to take. Good call. Where were we? Acidic joints. Yeah, so with everything, including with arthritis and colitis and inflammation in general, you always want to go after the cause. Pairs well with bone and connective tissue support formula. So that is a really good one. I know a lot of people out there have a lot of pain in their joints and are dealing with a lot of acid in the joints. So this is a really good one. How are you guys doing? Are you good? Are you good? Any other questions? Drop them in the comments. Awesome, Louise. Hi, guys. Just getting to pop in now. I'll catch the replay. Thanks, Burns. Day 16 here. Yay! Oh, my God. That's so good. Good job, Louise. Thank you for popping in, honey. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so kidneys and bladder. So the kidneys and the bladder. So there are 4 kidney and bladder formulas. It comes in a tincture, capsules. 1 and 3 come in capsules. And it comes in a glycerin formula. And as detox are being confirmed, the glycerin actually tastes really good. There are some people ask why tinctures, why capsules, why glycerin. Essentially, there's like a 99 or 98 availability and pure extraction of the properties in the herbs when it's done in tincture format. And when it's done in tincture, that is a way to get it directly into your system the quickest. Capsules tend to need to be broken down in the small intestines and digested that way. And glycerin is really good, like detox are being said, they taste good. So it's good when you're wanting to give it to kids. One of my other clients messaged me and she said, oh my God, Burns, these herbs, they taste so, she can't handle them. I'm like, yeah, sometimes you got to do that, right? Mix a little maple syrup in it. Hey, I'm drinking the Heal tea that I made, that Sehar made for me, and I put the chaparral herb in it. And I'm like, it's It works great. I can feel it literally working in my body. I'm not going to kid you, but I'm not really digging the flavor. I'm drinking it though. It's a little bitter. Oh, it's very, I definitely put too much chaparral herb in that, but woo. So the 4 kidney and bladder formulas are as follows. Kidney and bladder 1 comes in liquid, caps, and glycerin. Kidneys and bladder 2, and we'll talk about when to take. Well, how do I know? Which one do I take? I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on. Kidney and bladder 2 comes in liquid and glycerin. Kidneys and bladder 3 comes in capsules, liquid, and glycerin. And the glycerin is coming soon. Kidneys and bladder 4 comes in liquid and glycerin, coming soon. All of our kidney formulas have the same properties to them. There are just so many great kidney herbs out there, and Dr. Morse doesn't like to use too many in one formula. So he's just mixing up the different ones so that he can spread out the goodies for us, you know. All kidney formulas were created to alkalize, remove inflammation, clean, strengthen, and regenerate the kidney and bladder issues. Beautiful. All kidney and bladder formulas were designed to increase lymph cleaning throughout the kidney channels. Check your urine to know if you're moving lymph. We always use 2 to 3 kidney formulas with our protocols. And we have talked about this at length here on the Real Juicy Detox, haven't we? About peeing in a bottle, in a jar every morning and looking to see if you have any sediment in your urine. That is the holy grail. Listen, in my opinion, getting your kidneys to filter is the holy grail of detoxification. And the only way that we are going to unlock our inner world of detoxification, of health and vitality, is through this detox that we're doing. So always check to make sure and to see if your kidneys are filtering. So important. Yes, girl, let's get these herbs on. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. So excited. And like I said, if anybody wants to order your herbs through me, I'm happy to help you out with that. And I'm actually going to see if I cannot put on to, it's a little bit of a tricky, slightly complex process. I'm going to see if I can simplify it for us so that you can just click and purchase through my website. So it'll go, you'll be a member of the Dr. Morse Herbal Health Club if you want to order them through him. So you sign up for free for a membership number on his site, and then you can place the order through me, and then it gets drop shipped directly from Dr. Morse to you. See how that kind of worked? And that's because Dr. Morse wants us to start to build our own practice as practitioners, as a certified detox specialist, trained by him. So if you want to support me in this channel and a little bit of what we do here, if you want, you can order your herbs through me. That would help me out greatly, and it would at no extra cost to you. So, okay, moving right along. Liver and gallbladder support. So this was created as an anti-inflammatory cleanser, enhancer, and a rebuilder of the liver and gallbladder. Good for hepatitis A, B, and C, jaundice, cirrhosis, liver and gallbladder stones, anemia, etc. Be careful with liver flushes, guys. So many people out in the interweb are doing all these crazy liver flushes. Be careful. They're very taxing on the liver. And I just heard Dr. Morse again say in another video yesterday that if you're doing a liver flush, by all means, do not do the salt water part of it and then the other mineral or whatever part of it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. One of my clients was like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this liver flush. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. didn't think to say to her, wait, what are you doing? Like, what is that exactly is in it? I thought she was doing the liver gallbladder support here, but so she ended up having a horrific experience with the liver thing where you drink like a cup of olive oil and then all this salt water. And it's like, she felt like death warmed over. I cannot even tell you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Alana says, I'm double dipping on the burns. I have YouTube pods. I'm watching live on Facebook. LOL. You're funny. Do it the other way around though. Do it the other way around. I need the other way around to happen. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you. Let it run through on the YouTube. It'll be much better for me. Thanks. You're awesome though. I just love you. I love you, Alana. I love you. Okay, where were we? This pairs well with the pancreas formula and improves digestion and bowel movements. It can also alternate. You can also alternate with the pancreas formula every other bottle. So you see how he does that, Lane? Just like with the other two that you had mentioned, the thyroid and the bone and connective tissue. Same kind of thing. You can alternate it back and forth, just giving your body a little bit of a break from one to the other. Sharon, hi Sharon, how you doing, honey? You're looking gorgeous in your profile picture. Sharon says, I used black radish juice for my gallbladder stones. Okay, how did that work out? Very cool. So many things we can get directly from nature to help us with these things. How are you guys doing? Everybody all right? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the little herbal? How do you say it? Do you pronounce the H or you do not pronounce the H? I always say herbs. They're my herbs. They're my herbs. Okay, lung detox, created to assist the body in removing mucus and toxicity interstitially and intracellularly within the lung tissues. Will break up congestion. The lungs is in the lungs as an expectorant, can be used with the spasm calm. So this is going to, you're going to end up coughing up phlegm and coughing stuff up. So just know that going in. It will break up congestion. It is an expectorant. So you're going to break up the mucus and you're going to cough it out. That is good because it's that toxic stuff that you want out of the body. Can be used with spasm calm, good for congestive and degenerative lung issues, including bronchitis, pneumonia, emphysema, COPD, lung cancers, lung tumors, coughs, bleeding of the lungs, used with bleeding formula and 3-lung tea if you have any bleeding of the lungs. Used with parasite M formula for a little while, along with kidneys, adrenals, lymphatic, and colon formulas. All right, let's talk about the lymphatic system 1 through 4 and lymph nodes 1 through 4. So we have 4 different lymph node formulas and 4 different lymphatic system formulas. Again, all for the same reasons as the kidney formulas. There are too many great lymph herbs. All the lymph node formulas are in liquid form. All the lymphatic system formulas are in capsules. All formulas were created to clean and strengthen the lymphatic tissues and nodes of the body. They also enhance the immune system. With all our protocols, you will see 1 lymphatic system capsule formula and 1 lymph node formula. If affordability is a worry, then of course use 1 at a time. You can alternate between a system and a node. So you can do a lymphatic system, you can do a lymphatic node. You can alternate if funds are an issue. Alana is asking, gallstones, fatty liver, what would that tincture be good for that? Sorry, I'm a tad behind. No worries. No worries at all, my darling. So the liver gallbladder would be good for that. for the fatty liver. But remember, again, with a fatty liver, we are talking about lymphatic stagnation and not being able to filter. So again, you're always going to want to go back to the foundation, right? The kidneys and the adrenals. But yes, definitely the liver gallbladder support would be excellent, Alana. Excellent for fatty liver. And gallstones as well, most definitely. Okay. All right. So with lymph nodes 1 to 4 and the lymphatic system 1 to 4, you'll go right down the line just like your kidney formulas. So lymphatic system 1 caps with lymphatic nodes 1. Lymphatic system 2 caps with lymph nodes 2, and so on. You can personalize these formulas and combine them according to your weaknesses. You always want to start the first 2 weeks off slowly with one formula and then move in 2 at a time. So whenever we're talking about the lymph, we want to make sure that our kidneys are filtering, because you don't want to be stirring up all this lymphatic debris without having, with the kidneys, the door to the kidneys being closed, the door to the outside world. Oh, thank you so much, Sahar. Late to the party, but popping in to say hello, Burns, and all the beautiful people. So good to have you here, Sahar. You're going to definitely want to go back and watch this one on a replay. Absolutely. We're going through all of the herbs. And yeah, you're going to love this one, Sahar. So you always want to start off gently. You don't want to pull on the lymphatic system too hard at all. You want to make sure you've got your kidneys filtering. And you just want to take it easy. You want to start slow, especially if you're not filtering. Always watch for kidney filtration. If you're pulling, like, there you go. If you're pulling hard on the lymphatic system and your kidneys are not filtering, done, done, done. You could see tumor growth. You could throw yourself or your client into a UTI, an urinary tract infection, skin rashes, etc. Your skin is your third kidney, so toxins will want to come out any way they can. It's not pretty or fun, and some of you know this firsthand. I know some of you pretty well, and I know that you're. I know that you've got a lot of skin issues that you're really working on. So you got to get those kidneys filtering. You got to get that adrenal going. Yes, I can't wait to watch this on the replay. I've been waiting for this class for so long. Well, here it is, baby. One of several. Okay, the male reproductive tonic. All right, we had some woohoos, some aha moments, some yes out there with you, ladies. If you experienced any of that when I read through the female reproductive tonic, let me know if you guys out there are going, yes, for the beautiful male reproductive tonic, created to enhance the male system and testosterone production. This formulation is not hot like the previous formulations, previously not used with high PSA counts. If the PSAs are below 1, you can use the male reproductive formula. If you don't know, then use the prostate formula, which we're going to get to in a little while. But if your PSAs are below 1, you can use this formula. Good for impotence, premature ejaculation, low sex drive, low ambition, low energy, and hormone imbalance, etc. Work on, as always, the adrenal glands, the kidneys, the lymph, and the colon. All right, pain release. Great, great tonic here. Pain release is created for low to moderate pain. It's good for headaches, for migraines, also to be used with spasm calm. Good for arthritis, nervous tension, used with acidic joints. Remember, pain is acid. Always work on the cause. Always work on the cause. Hey, Gabriella. Gabriella says, I'm here, Burns. Awesome. Quiet today, but paying attention to your class. Awesome, babe. I don't mind the quiet class. I love it. I love it when the class is quiet and they're all here and they're like, you're like, beautiful, babe. Thank you so much for coming to class. I love having you in class. So pain release is created for low to moderate pain. Good for anybody who has headaches and migraines. That's so me. Arthritis, nervous tension, etc. You know, that nervous, you feel yourself tightening up. It's just like, oh, I need to relax. This is good for that. Use with acidic joints. Remember, pain is acid. Always work on the cause. Always work on the cause. We are on to pancreas support. Every time I see pancreas support, I always think of my dear brother-in-law, Steve-O. Rest in peace, my friend, my brother. Pancreatic cancer is one of the easiest cancers to heal because it's right next to the kidneys. And whatever organs, tissues, and glands are right next to the kidneys are gonna be the ones that open up first. And you know, yeah. The amount of loved ones that we have all lost because, you know, they didn't know, that wasn't their path. They did not come here to heal in the way we came here to heal. Not that one is better than the other. It's just that was not their path. But whenever I talk about the pancreas support, I always, I wish I knew then what I know now. But you don't know what you don't know, you know? Pancreas support is created as an anti-inflammatory cleanser and rejuvenator of the pancreas. It increases digestion and sugar utilization issues, so you want to work on the adrenals too. Great for diabetes, hypoglycemia, malabsorption. If you have poor digestion of food, excessive thinness, undigested food in your stools, moles, which is a sugar metabolism issue, work on the adrenal glands. Pancreatitis, and pancreatic cancer. If insulin dependent, you must check your sugars daily. Type 2 diabetics will also need to monitor blood sugar and medications. This formula, along with a raw food diet, will normalize blood sugars. You do not want to drop blood sugars below 60. You want to use with the adrenal support, kidneys, lymph, and colon, parasite M as well. Pairs well with liver, gallbladder, and can also be alternated. So same thing here, what we were talking about, Lane, was it Lane? Sorry, I forget the name. Who asked me a minute ago about fatty liver? Alana, sorry. Yeah, Alana. So also pancreas support. Remember, you were asking gallstones, fatty liver. Would that tincture be good for that? This tincture would also be good for that. Yes, so the pancreas support would also be good for that. I just love these herbs. I just love learning about this. I find it feels like freedom. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't have to be afraid of pancreatic cancer. I don't have to be afraid of any diagnosis because now I know how to support my body. I so wish my brother-in-law and my sister, I mean, would have been, I don't know if she would have been open to this. You know, some people are just really stuck on the allopathic approach because that's all we know, and we've been brainwashed hardcore into believing that that is what we need in order to no chemotherapy ever healed anybody from cancer. It just kills you faster. And I just wish that my brother-in-law didn't have to pass. Oh my God, he was such a beautiful man. Parasite G, created especially for larger parasites like the ones you can see. This is good for flukes, pinworms, Flatworms, roundworms, all kinds of tapeworms. Great for your dogs and heartworms and all pets. All pets can use this as well. Always want to use a kidney and lymphatic formula. In fact, all of the herbs can also be used by all of our pets. Parasites love and feed off of the lymphatic trash. Move your lymph and filter through the kidneys. What are we doing every morning on our rebounding, our bouncing with burns? We're moving our lymph and we're filtering our kidneys. Perfect. Parasite G, again, this is the general Parasite G. Usually, if you don't see any parasites after the first 2 weeks, you don't have to continue with the G. This formula can be taken again later in a couple of months or so. Or if you've taken it for the first 2 weeks, because this is in the kits 1 and 2, weeks 1 and 2 of the deep tissue cleansing kit, which I'm going to get to in a minute. If you still see that you're getting parasites out, then you can continue to take this. You can order more of the Parasite G and take it as well afterwards. Alana says, I have type 2 diabetes. I so want to stop taking the meds. Keep doing this protocol, babe. It's going to take a while. Everybody, takes a different amount of time to heal the body, but you're doing it. You're in this to win it, and you're in it for the lifelong game, the lifestyle game of it. So you're going to be all right, babe. It is always good to deworm yourself yearly, and a lot of us who grew up in the Caribbean, at least in where I grew up, we always got dewormed every year, right after Halloween. Oh, Halloween candy! You've eaten it all? Bing! Worm medicine. Parasite M is for microorganisms. Parasites you can't see: bacterium, fungi, molds, warts, yeast infections, candida, etc. Kills the unwanted parasites. Acts like a natural antibiotic. Always have this on hand in your herbal medicine cabinet, along with a kidney and bladder formula and a lymphatic system formula. In spinal cord injuries, this formula will help eliminate UTIs. Use it on a regular basis. So, yeah, urinary tract infections are very common in people with spinal cord injuries. So this would be a good one to keep in the rotation. Use on a regular basis with all cancers too. Yes. Pituitary support was created for detoxifying and regenerating the pituitary or master gland. Stimulates other endocrine glands to produce or release specific hormones, steroids, and neurotransmitters. The pituitary gland is located kind of, if you were to drop a line down the center of your head, it's right in the center of your head, the pituitary gland. It addresses neurological weaknesses such as MS, Parkinson's, and cerebral palsy, hypothyroidism, hypofunction of the ovaries or underfunctioning of the ovaries, under and overactive tissue and cell growth, rapid aging, and lactation problems all stem from pituitary weakness. So this will help support your pituitary gland. And then here is the other male health tincture. This is the prostate health. The prostate health. Yes, you are going to win it, Alana. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. When you stop putting in the chemistry that caused the symptom in the first place, you get rid of the symptom. Simple. To actually apply it, that takes a little bit of work, but you're doing the work and you're going to get it, girl. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're getting it. You're coming. Prostate health, created for cleansing, strengthening, and regenerating the prostate gland. good for prostate cancer, elevated PSAs, enlargement of the prostate or testes, sexual impotence, low sperm count. If you have frequent or difficult urination, this is good. Premature ejaculation, low sex drive, frequent or difficulty urinating. And I just want to say, one of my clients was on a prostate health medication, and one of the many side effects was low blood pressure. There are no negative side effects. You have to understand what you're using. Like, you wouldn't take an herb that is good for raising, like you wouldn't take, blood pressure wise, you wouldn't take the cayenne and garlic formula if you have low blood pressure, right? You take that if you have high blood pressure. But taking this type of prostate health is not going to cause you to swing into low blood pressure like the big pharma medication would. At my recommendation, they spoke to the doctor, and the doctor agreed he didn't need to be on his prostate medication anymore, because the main reason he went on that in the first place was because he was having difficulty urinating. He was having a urine flow issue. But since being on the juicing, that problem went away. Now he's got a lot of urine flow, and he's totally normal, and yet still on the prostate medicine. So he went to his doctor with his daughter, and they took him off of that low blood pressure medicine, and his blood pressure is slowly coming back up. It's amazing. Amazing. The prostate formula is more of an anti-inflammatory and healer of the prostate gland. The male formula is more of an enhancer and a strengthener. Always work on the adrenal glands and the kidneys. It always comes back to that foundation, baby. Skin support. Let me drink some juice. Hang on one second. Let me get some juice. How are you guys doing? Are you enjoying? The heck? I didn't turn off my notifications. Sorry, I didn't turn off my notifications on my phone. Oh my God, that's so good. Sunshine in a bottle. Skin support is superb for cleaning and nourishing the tissues of the skin. It is a strong liver and lymph and blood cleanser as well. Used for all skin conditions, including eczema, rashes, pimples, psoriasis, scleroderma, etc. So skin support, anybody who is experiencing rashes, anything, urticaria, like our friend Lisa, this is really good for those conditions. Jaundice, sluggishness, lymphatic congestion, hepatitis A, B, and C, sclerosis of the liver. The skin is your third kidney and your largest eliminative organ of the body. So this is another one, Alana, that would also support the liver, right? Hepatitis A, B, and C, sclerosis of the liver, jaundice. The thyroid gland controls sweating. A low thyroid means dry skin, which is a sign of congested skin. I saw a question in one of the groups yesterday that somebody was asking. She said she was 62. She's been doing the raw diet, and she's even doing some herbs, but her skin is very dry. This is just coming back to me now. This would be an excellent formula there. Yes, we can put the external creams on our skin, right? We can do all of that, but it is, if we address this from the inside out. I don't use moisturizer on my face. I don't use any, like I don't have any makeup on. Well, I did my eyebrows because, you know, I like to do my eyebrows. But And I'm not saying that I'm by any means healthy, because I know how compromised my system is. But I'm just saying, since I've been doing this, my skin is so much better. It's so much better. So the skin is your third kidney and the largest eliminative organ of the body. And the thyroid gland controls sweating. A low thyroid means dry skin, which is a sign of congested skin. Sweating is a must. And that's another reason why I love doing the rebounding. Are you guys tuning in? They're right here on my YouTube channel. They're right here on the Facebook page. But check it out on the YouTube channel. Every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I bounce. I bounce. It gets the skin going. It gets the circulation going. It gets the sweating going. Hello, Denny. How are you? Hello. Are you guys still doing the grape fast? Yes, we are. I have moved over to orange right now because after 21 days, I kind of needed a break from the grape, to be honest with you. And I'm loving on the orange right now. But we are in the middle of, a lot of people are still doing the grape feast. Yes, they are. Before I started this, I used to sweat excessively, like sweat would drip from my face. Yeah, that is because your body is trying to push out all the toxins because your kidneys are shut down. My guess is your kidneys are starting to filter now, so it's taking the load off of the skin, which, you know, the excessive sweating is just your skin trying to get the toxins out via the sweat. Now your kidneys are opening up, and my guess is that now you're seeing less of that excessive sweating through the skin, which is amazing. You want to sweat, but you don't want it to be excessive, and you don't want it to be just randomly sweating. You don't sweat, Cindy. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. You want your skin to be able to sweat. So yeah, but you're working on it, and we're going to continue to work on it, right? Right. So the thyroid gland is what controls the sweating. So that is something to take note of. A low thyroid means dry skin, which is a sign of congested skin. Sweating is a must. Work on the thyroid and check your basal temperatures. That is putting a thermometer under your arm. I think it needs to be 97.5. If I'm not mistaken, for a properly functioning thyroid gland. In the morning, you take your basal temperature, you just put a thermometer under your arm, and you check it under your left arm and under your right arm. Get both, right? And if it's I know that mine is really low as well. Like I wake up cold, and I'm always cold. So you see that on the bottom there, Alana. Excessive sweating is poor kidney filtration. Denny, that is amazing. I'm on day 16, grape and lemon juice. I'm also going to incorporate, I'm going to make some lemonade later for myself. I cannot wait. The spleen. Okay, so the spleen was created for an enlarged or inflamed and or congested spleen. It rebuilds and enhances the function of the spleen. It increases platelets, lymphocytes, and monocytes. It enhances the lymphatic system. Good for low platelet production, immune weakness, lymphatic congestion, and stagnation. Used with blood formula, skin, and or liver gallbladder, and always used with the Fab 4. We're going to talk about the Fab 4 in a bit. Okay. How are you guys doing? Are you with me? Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. How will I make the lemonade? So I will, I talked about that this morning. The lemonade is just with freshly squeezed lemons, or you can use limes as well. And I cannot remember the exact ratios, and I don't have my textbook here with me. I will post it in the group, in the Facebook group for you. It's just pure lemon juice, a lemon that has been juiced. You want, can't remember the quantities, but You want it's fresh lemon juice, pure maple syrup, not maple syrup that tastes like maple, but actual pure maple syrup, or honey, or agave, or any kind of raw honey, any kind of product like that, and some cayenne pepper and distilled water. Wow, Burns. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, darling. How are you? You have such beautiful skin. I thought you were using amazing creams. Gosh, the skin in your face looks fantastic. Wow, this detox is outstanding. Yeah. Get out of here. No cream, no makeup. No cream, no makeup. Don't wash my face with any special soap. Thank you, Duda. Yes, good. Go, Denny. Go, Denny. Yeah, Denny, you're rocking it, man. So the GI Renew, there's a basic guide for taking the GI Renew formulas. If you have loose stools, in other words, you have diarrhea and excessive movements that are not formed, that is loose stool 0. Normal, number 1, is if you have loose stools, and it's for those who have 2 or more movements per day. Mild, number 2, is if you have 1 bowel movement a day or you miss a day once in a while. Yay, Alana says, I'm loving this. I know, me too. I'm so glad you guys are loving it. I'm so glad you're vibing on this. You guys are amazing. Shout out to you if you're watching this and you're just like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Shout out to you for taking the time to learn about how you can heal your body and support your body's healing process with fruits, melons, and berries. This is amazing. And beautiful herbs. You want to look into moderate number 3 GI Renew formula if your bowels move every 2 to 3 days. So that means that you don't have a bowel movement every single day, but you're only moving your bowels every 2 or 3 days. You want to get on the number 3. For the strong number 4 is if your bowels move every 3rd day or so. And super mover number 5 is for if your bowels are not moving at all and you need a boost to get going. You should be moving your bowels every single day. Usually, Dr. Morse says after you eat, you should move your bowels within 30 minutes to an hour of eating. GI Renew, loose stools number 0. This formula was created for inflammation, ulceration, and deterioration of the GI tract. We want to watch you put the pizzas together tonight. All right, Cindy. All right. All right. All right. I can always do an extra bonus Facebook Live tonight. Sure. I could do that. Yeah, I can do the check-in tonight where I put the pizzas together, although I need to put them together first and then put them in the dehydrator. I can do a Facebook and YouTube Live check-in where we are eating the pizzas, but no, I don't want to trigger anybody who's still on their juicy part of their detox, and I don't really want to eat any pizzas either, but I will show, okay. Louise says, my goodness, oh my goodness, I'm loving the classes, the class, beautiful. I love that. Let's keep going. So GI number 0 created for inflammation, ulceration, deterioration of the GI tract. It helps to strengthen and rejuvenate the stomach and intestines. This formula has no movement stimulating power to it. It's great for those who have excessive diarrhea or moves too frequently. Designed to reduce inflammation or overreactive peristalsis. Note, we highly advise changing your diet to a fruit and vegetable diet. Alkaline ash foods are vital in keeping good GI tract health. The World Health Organization, all right, take that with a grain of salt, studies have shown acid ash diets, proteins, and grains are linked to serious GI tract conditions. GI Renew Normal #1 formula. Denny, this is a great question. I will address it. If I don't address it at the end of this class, because how many more do I have to go? I'm like halfway through. If I cannot or I don't remember the answer to this question, I promise to come back and address it. But in a nutshell, how do I gauge the progress of my detox and when is a good time to stop? It's never a good time to stop. Don't stop your detox, but when would you like to add in chewing food and sort of not just do your juicing portion of your detox? Because here at the Real Juicy Detox, we know that your detox continues even after the juicing portion of it is over, as long as you're keeping your diet raw and live. Raw and alive is how to keep your detox going. So you never really stop the progress. You never stop the detox. And how do you gauge the progress of your detox? How do you feel? Right? How do you feel? How is your urine filtering? How are you responding when you go back onto chewing food? All of that. But so I hope that gives you some satisfaction while I continue on with the class that we got doing here. But I love that question. Come back and ask it either at the end of this class or at another class. It's a great topic. You usually know. Listen to your body. You usually can tell. I think I've had enough of juicing. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I want to eat some chewing food, like this raw vegan pizza that Burns is going to show you guys. That I'm going to show you guys tonight. My house smells amazing. So GI Renew #1 helps to strengthen and rejuvenate the stomach and intestines. This formula has no movement or stimulating power to it. It is for those who move their bowels too much or have normal movements, 2 to 3 easy movements per day. Irritable bowel syndrome, over-acid conditions of the stomach or the bowels, acid reflux, diverticulitis, inflammation, gastritis, enteritis, colitis, all of those itises are inflammation of the bowels. If you have polyps or Crohn's, etc., GI Renew #1 might be something you want to look at. GI Renew #2 is the mild formula. This herbal formula acts like a gentle mover as it rebuilds, restores, and rejuvenates the GI tract. It has a little bit of movement power to it. IBS, over acid conditions of the stomach or the bowels, acid reflux, diverticulitis, inflammation, gastritis. Did I just read this? No, I did not. Recommended. I'm like, did I just read this? But that was also over here on GI Renew #1. Okay, I'm good. Recommended for those who have at least one bowel movement per day. And this comes in comes standard with the deep tissue cleansing kits unless otherwise stated. So each of the deep tissue cleansing kits, it comes with the GI Renew #2 unless you request one of the other GI Renew formulas. GI Renew #3 acts like a moderate mover as it rebuilds and restores and rejuvenates the GI tract. Same usage as #1 and #2, and it's for those who miss a day now and then. GI Renew #4, the strong #4 formula, acts as a strong mover as it rebuilds, restores, and rejuvenates the GI tract. Same usages as #1, 2, and 3, but it's for those who miss 1 to 2 days. And the super mover #5 is a very strong mover. It rebuilds and restores and rejuvenates the GI tract. Same usage as #1s, 2, 3, and 4. This formula is for severe constipation for those who only go every 3 days or longer, more. Thyroid support. Thyroid support. This formula was created to help clean, enhance, strengthen, and regenerate the thyroid. Good for hypothyroidism or under functioning. Here we go. Basal temperatures 97.8 to 98.2. That is the normal under your arm basal temperature, or I think you could probably even do that basal temperature sublingually under the tongue. But he recommends doing left side, right side always, because we have we're bilateral, right? We have a left kidney, a right kidney. We have a left adrenal, a right adrenal. Same thing for all the body, all two sides to the body, except for the heart, which is kind of in the center. This is good for fatigue, chronic fatigue. That's an adrenal issue. Heart arrhythmias, scoliosis, cramps. Good for if you have ridged or brittle fingernails, cold hands and feet. Thyroid support, also good if you have any hair loss, and that is just lymphatic stagnation in the head. Dry skin, low ability to sweat, right, Cindy? The thyroid gland controls your skeletal and connective tissue, rate of metabolism, digestion, ability to sweat, etc. Also the seat of all those emotions, right? Depression, thoughts of suicide, thoughts of how you do or do not fit into the world, all of that, your connection to yourself. Use caution when working with goiters and hyperthyroidism. Always work lymphatically first. And then we have the ultimate immune tonic. This herbal formula was created to enhance, rebuild, and revitalize the bone marrow, the adrenal glands, and the endocrine glands. So the ultimate immune tonic is another one, Lane, that you might want to think of if you want to have it in your arsenal for protecting you and keeping you nice and healthy and clean during the winter months. But everything that you're doing here, kind of, this is what you're doing as well. Yes, Lane. Lane says, this is the one I need. It's so interesting because I've always been told my iron is low and that's why I'm always cold. But I'm experiencing some hair loss in one spot, which most doctors attribute to slope. What is that typo? I can't unread that. I can't. Can desired results be achieved without the use of these herbs and tinctures? Yes, they can. Yes, you can. But you got to go, if you want to do everything that you need, your body needs to do, then you're going to have to go really aggressively with the juicing and the juice fasting, and just be really careful. It's going to take you a little alopecia. Yes, okay, that's what I was wondering. So yes, it is going to, it'll take a little bit longer. And you know what? Just bookmark it, right? Just put it in your awareness that, this is something that I might want to look into. And like I said, you can get these herbs all locally sourced, so you don't necessarily have to, I don't want anybody to be overwhelmed by this. I don't want anybody to be overwhelmed by the pricing on it. Actually, Dr. Morse has very fair pricing. I don't want you to be intimidated by the use of herbs and tinctures. They're very safe to use. You're not really, you can use them for as long as you want. You can use them in large quantities. You can mix a lot of them together safely. They all work hand in hand, but you don't have to use them. You don't have to use them. So just to go back here, iron can be low because it's a malabsorption and malutilization of iron. This is a utilization and absorption issue most of the time, and it's a lymphatic issue with stagnation. And absolutely, if you have hair loss, that is, your body is, you're killing your hair follicles by acid stagnation in that part of the body. Yeah, doctors don't know shit. Don't listen to. Stop going to. I'm just gonna say it. Stop going to doctors for. If one doctor, if you can't heal something in your body in a reasonable amount of time, and you're really doing the protocol, and if you really have a stubborn condition and you're doing the protocol with the herbs as well as the diet, you should be able to heal yourself. You should be able to heal yourself. It might take a while. It might take longer than you want, but I guarantee you, you can go from doctor to doctor to doctor. Remember our girl, Lisa. Can I just put her up here? Can we just remind ourselves about Lisa here? You know, Lisa, 7 years dealing with this. 4 naturopaths, 4 doctors, and 2 specialists could not help her. She started the Dr. Morse program raw in December, but she didn't start a juice detox until October the 1st. October the 1st. Look at these dates. She went on a juice cleanse. She dug deep. She stuck it out. She added in the herbal stuff and some glandular support. And this is what happened after 30 days fruit detox plus 5 days raw. Just this past month. Okay, so don't ever doubt that you can heal from whatever is ailing you, and that, you know, that this isn't the way. This is definitely the way. This is the way to all of it. This is the way back to our healing, guys. This is the way out of our fear. Yeah, I am so grateful too, Amy. Does the bowel movements refer to detox or when we're eating? I would say it refers to where you are right now. So right now, if you're having bowel movements and you are experiencing the really loose bowel movements, the really loose stools, then I would take this one, because you don't want to stimulate at all. You don't want to you know, you don't want to be going into a number 5 because, you know, well, hold on a second. I meant GI Renew referred to bowel movements while on juicing or when we start eating again. So whatever you're currently experiencing. So if right now you are constipated and you cannot go for 3 days or more, then super mover number 5. But let's say that was how you started out. And as soon as you started this juicing, it's like power washer time, right? And you got loose stools and, you know, then 0 or 1 would be good for you. Go with whatever you are experiencing in the moment, I need to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking the Heal All tea and the juice. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to stay with me though, okay? I got more coming, guys. Let me tell you, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I got 18 more slides. We're going to be getting into the teas and the salves and the blends. And then we're going to be getting into the kits. So the deep tissue cleansing kits and the Fab 4 kits. But I really need to go for a pee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my mind movie because that's all I got. I hope you don't mind.
Divine Intelligence, I'm after you. You are the object of my affection, and I'm putting all of my attention on you. And I'm going to keep surrendering into you, and I'm going to trust in the unknown. You have to create from a place of oneness, a place of wholeness.
Okay, here we are. Thank you guys so much for waiting for me. How are you guys all doing? Oh my gosh. I think you're really loving this class because everybody's so quiet and intent. Where was I? We are at teas, blends, and salves. Okay, let's do this. Alana just ordered her book. Yes, Alana, so excited. Look what I got today. Just arrived a few minutes ago. What? What did you get? What did you get? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so let's look at the teas. So the Heal All tea. The Heal All tea is a powerful detoxifier and regenerator of your body. Bam. I'm sold 100%. That's all I need to know. Specifically made for women with atypical cells. So he originally made this for women who had atypical cells showing up on their cervical pap smears. And yes, Emoji King, if you're still here, yes, like that pap smear that our dude Emoji King got a result from the doctor for. It's like, I don't think this is my result. I don't think I've had a pap smear ever. But this was made for if you have atypical cells on your, those cells where the doctor is like, oh, you got to come in. We got some atypical cells going on here. It's specifically made for women with atypical cells. Great for all types of uterine and cervical issues. Multi-purpose tea. Can douche with it. Use it as a mouthwash. You can use it as a poultice, inhalant, an enema. Although I don't know how you would do this as an inhalant. That confuses me. But it is an excellent wound cleanser and a skin wash. Testimonies on this tea include squamous cell carcinoma gone in 2 weeks. What? Crazy. Extremely powerful tea, especially in capsule form. So somebody was asking about this, right? Who was it? Who was it in class that was asking about, or in the group? Somebody was saying, I got these. It's a Heal All tea, but it is in capsules. And there you go. I totally forgot about this. Somebody was saying that. Cindy's saying, I had surgery a year ago to remove cells on my cervix. Okay, so then this would be really good for you. Either drinking, and like I said, I am pretty convinced that it's because of the Heal All tea that I am not getting that bacterial vaginosis coming back again. And I had been struggling with that since June, since I started this detox. It's like, oh my God, what the heck? And now it is, it's gone. So yay me. So you can douche with this. So you can use it internally. You make the tea just like you would for drinking, and you use it internally through the vagina. So yeah, it's extremely powerful. Great for the GI tract. Great for the GI tract, for ulcerations, inflammatory conditions. Inflammatory conditions of the mucosa, etc. Remember my tongue? Remember how butchered up my tongue looked a couple weeks ago when I was about a week in on the grape feast? Yeah. Totally different now. Totally healed up. And from the day I started taking it as well, the Saturday I took it, from that day. Oh, yes, it was you. That's right. Thank you, Kara. I forgot. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Rosie. Yeah, it can't upload when the video is live, you cannot, but when it's on the replay, you can add pictures in a comment. It was a deep tissue cleansing kit, weeks 1 and 2. That's what I got today. Oh my God, that is so amazing. And we're going to go through exactly what is in there in a minute so you can understand what you got. Although you probably do already understand what you got because I've been going through it, and you probably been, have you been like, oh my God, okay, I have that one, I have this one. The 3-lung tea was created as a powerful detoxifier, strengthener, and regenerator of the lung tissue. Perfect for any upper and lower respiratory ailments like COPD, asthma, etc. A must for those who have smoked in the past. Yeah, I know a lot of us need to get this then, right? Soothes inflammation and relieves pain. Mullein is a great anti-inflammatory and expectorant. Pleurisy and fenugreek break up hardened lymph nodes and mucus. Pleurisy, not pleurisy, that's something else. Pleurisy and fenugreek break up hardened lymph nodes and mucus. And Nabila's father does a fenugreek tea with the fenugreek seeds, and it's very good for all of this kind of stuff. Breaks up sinus congestion, can be used in a neti pot or drink as you would any tea. Use as an inhalant. How would you use that as an inhalant? I need to investigate that part. Can be combined with the Heal All tea. Rosie, I'm so excited for you, Rosie. The stomach tea was created for those who have chronic inflammation of the stomach, high acidosis, paralysis of the stomach, swelling of the esophagus, inflammation, ulceration, and deterioration of the GI tract. A lot of people are dealing with it, man. A lot of people are dealing with it out there. But if you're dealing with all of that or any of that, here's your solution. It helps to strengthen and rejuvenate the stomach and the intestines. Many individuals are so acidic they cannot even consume water. One can work themselves back from extreme levels with patience and small amounts of the stomach tea, even by tablespoon. You can consume up to 3 to 4 cups per day. I'm still working on my Heal All tea. And like I said, I added in the chaparral herb. And for any of my local people, it's like a 2-pound bag of chaparral herb. The one thing that we could not get to create our at-home Heal All tea, and I posted the recipe in the group, in the private Facebook group, the Real Juicy Detox. I have some of that chaparral herb now. So any of my local people, if you want to come by sometime and pick some up to add in, if you're making your own, or if you want me to, maybe I can mail you some out for those of you who are living in, like Michael and Sharon, who live in the Ottawa region, or like you're in Canada. I can probably mail a little bit of it out to you. Stomach tea. And since adding that chaparral herb, I gotta admit, I probably added too much, but Dr. Morse loves that herb. He is like, oh, chaparral herb. I think I put too much in my tea, and it is bitter today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not enjoying this homemade brew that I got going on here, but my body must be loving it. And the stomach tea can also be used with any digestive condition and with colon problems as well. Oh, you got one as well. Yay. Where did you get yours, Michael? Michael said, thanks, Burns. Have a 1-pound bag of chaparral. What is good for lymphatic nodes? So all of the lymphatic node formulas, Rosie, and we're gonna go through those. We're gonna go through those when we get to in a minute. Give me about 5 minutes, and I should be down to the that. And I went through them earlier on. So if you just came on a little bit later, you can go and check out the replay where I talked about the lymphatic nodes. In a nebulizer, I get it. I understand. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the stomach tea can also be used with any digestive condition and with colon problems as well. The GI tract is controlled by the autonomic or automatic. Remember, we talked about that earlier. The GI tract is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, which is controlled by the adrenals. Work on the endocrine system and adrenal glands, specifically in conjunction with the stomach tea. The brain and nerve health and spasm calm formulas are also of benefit, depending on whether the issue is constipation or diarrhea. So if you are having, if you're having a lot of diarrhea, the spasm calm formula would be really good. And if you are having a lot of constipation, the brain and nerve health formula would be really good. Because remember, a bowel movement is a neurological event. It's a neurological event, right? It's part of the GI tract. It's all controlled by the autonomic nervous system, the part of that body system that you don't have free will over, so to speak. And when you have constipation, you have especially in the transverse colon, the colon that goes side to side is connected neurologically to the brain. So taking the brain and nerve health formula will help to stimulate that electrical activity that's needed for a bowel movement. But if you have a lot of spasm, with a lot of diarrhea, then you're going to probably want to work on the spasm formula. Rosie says, I drink Jason Winter's tea. It has chaparral. Is that good enough, or do I need a better formula? I don't know. I'm not familiar with his formula, but any herbal, good quality, well-sourced herb is going to be good in that regard. So I don't know. I don't know. What are the other herbs in it? Do you know what the other herbs in it are? Probably is going to be just fine. One thing that I love about Dr. Morse when he was teaching us these the herbal protocol and went through all of this, all herbs. If you're coming to this work and you're already taking other herbs or other plant medicine and you're having good success with it, keep on using that. Like these herbs are, Dr. Morse doesn't have a monopoly on them, nor does anybody else. It is vital to eliminate all proteins in these conditions. Eliminate all protein. That's foreign chemistry for your body. Voice box tea was a formula created and inspired by some of our musician friends of all levels from all around the world. He developed this for Shania Twain, actually, as well as other friends who are very well-known musicians and singers. And Shania Twain is on something like 28 different herbal formulas from Dr. Morse at one time. And like he always says, like, she's just a little thing, like she's just a tiny little thing. Our organic herbal blend has a high nutritional component by nature to strengthen the cells of the throat. It reduces swelling of the throat due to over talking. I think I need to pick up some of this voice box tea for sure. Due to over talking, singing, or inflammation. Excellent for sore throats. Although I have to be honest, I am surprised that for the amount of talking that I do for this work, By the end of the day, I feel it, and you guys can hear it. You guys can see my energy is different on an 8 p.m. Live check-in than during the morning or during, you can see my energy is always different at different times of the day. I'm surprised that I don't have a sore throat though, as I clear my throat, but that's not a sore throat. Superfood blend 1, 2, and 3. This superfood blend offers some of God's most energetic and nutritive foods known. Mega nutritional daily dietary supplement designed for all walks of life. Mega nutritional and fits in all situations, especially highly depleted individuals. Animals can benefit tremendously from this formula too. Great as a prenatal for pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers, and avoid near bedtime. Yes, Shannon, I totally agree. Dr. Morse's herbs are top notch. They're wild source. They're very, very well processed for us. And like, he really takes such beautiful care. When you hear him talk about, his process of sourcing these herbs and manufacturing them and finding really good quality people to work with as part of that whole process, you really understand. And as anybody who's ever developed their own product, you know, if you're doing a good job, you're putting your heart and soul into it. And he does. Okay, so it's got red clover, oolong tea leaf, and chaparral. Well, I know for a fact, I can't pull it up there, but let me just let you know, we're going to be doing another class down the road. Are you serious? My iPad died and I don't have the plug in here. I would say if that is what you've got going on there, then definitely these teas are way better. There's more herbal. I can't remember offhand. Somebody in the group, can you type in the comments what is in the Heal All tea, for example? Oh, Amy, I just got my Heal All tea herbs minus the chaparral. I got you covered on the chaparral, girl. Can you type in what are the names of the herbs so that we can let Rosie know how? Now, this is not the, I think you were, yeah. The Heal All tea has more herbs and better herbs. So I would say that the Heal All tea is way better an option for you. And if Amy can type in, and she will, she'll type in the names of the herbs in the Heal All tea, and you can get a sense of how much better what we got going on here is in terms of that formulation. Great question, though. Great question. Keep them coming. I love that you guys are here with me. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Let's ring a bell. Shout out to everybody who is in this class today, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Huge shout out to you guys. Michael says, thanks, Sharon Peach, for leading me to Dr. Morse teachings. She has an amazing story about her journey. Oh my goodness, Sharon, you got to share that with us. If you would like, I can highlight your success story. Send me a private message on Facebook and let me know the full details of your story. Send us pictures if you got pictures. Let us inspire each other. Yes, huge round of applause. Yay for Sharon's healing and ringing that bell. Another beautiful student. We're all students of this work. We're all here learning together. I absolutely love that. So the Superfood Blend number 1 is a high energy and nutritional blend, and it was our first superfood blend on the market. It has been enjoyed by thousands for over 20 years. Superfood Blend 2 is a high electrical energy and nutritional blend used by athletes for endurance and muscle building. This formula was designed for more of the skeletal muscular system, but has the power for all of your cells, regardless of the system. Superfood Blend 3 was especially designed for the young and elderly. This formula has more fruits and berries with coconut and is amazing for one's nervous system. It helps aid in faster hydration with high electrolytes. Hang on 1 second. I gotta let Dot in the house. 1 second. They put her out and then she tries to go back in. Or maybe she wants to come in here. Hang on. Dot! Do you want to come in? Come here. Oh my goodness, kitty. Oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, GI broom. The GI broom. The GI broom. The GI broom. So you want to ensure that you want to be sure to stay hydrated with water or fruit juice. And you know, I much prefer the water situation. I mean the structured water, aka fruit juice. Tangerine pineapple. Oh, that is so good. Bentonite clay can be binding and constipation is not wanted. So this has bentonite clay in it. Oh, and I was going to say that on an upcoming class, I'm going to break down what are the herbs in each of these formulations for you. Okay, but we don't have time to do that today, but we will get to that in an upcoming class. Be sure to adjust bowel formulas accordingly so you are still moving easily 2 to 3 times per day. Do not consume with supplements, foods, or herbal formulas. So you want to consume this away from or outside of taking any other thing by mouth. Thank you so much, Alana. I'll read that out in a second. So you want to take it at least 2 hours before or after your meals and other supplementation. Otherwise, bentonite clay will bind onto beneficial nutrients and pull them through the system unabsorbed. The GI broom can be taken first thing in the morning before breakfast and herbs, before breakfast and your other herbs, or before bedtime after dinner. Remember, 2 hours. So you want to have that 2-hour window. Standard dosing for the powder is 1 teaspoon 1 time per day. And dosing for the capsules is 2 to 6 capsules 1 time per day. So either take that in the morning before you take anything else, 2-hour window before you take anything else, or you can have it at night before bed with 2 hours after having consumed anything else. Mussels by nature. Finally, an all-natural plant-based high amino acid blend to build those large but also powerful muscles without creating systemic acidosis and destroying the kidneys, which is what all that flesh protein is going to do. Yes, great after a dry fast. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? The super blend, the superfood blend is good after a dry fast. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Where am I? Where am I? I wanted to go back to the comments for a second. So hold on, give me 1 second. So we're talking about the Heal All Tea right now. I'm going to go back to this for a second. And the ingredients in the Heal All Tea are black walnut hulls, chaparral herb, burdock root, marshmallow root. There's some other ones as well. Is there not? White oak bark is in the Heal All Tea as well. Yes, the GI broom. Okay, great after a dry fast. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so where are we now? Did we finish the muscles by nature? No, this is where we were, right? Okay, muscles by nature. So protein powders are acid forming. I apologize again to anybody who jumped on the isogenics bandwagon with me a few years ago. I'm really sorry. I didn't know what I didn't know, right? But protein powders are acid forming, which leads to kidney failure, causing lymphatic stagnation. This in turn causes all the inflammatory conditions, including pain and stiffness. So stop it with the protein powder. Stop it. I don't care if it's plant-based, just stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Or not, and enjoy your pain and suffering, but stop it. This muscles by nature also has a tonic, strengthening and toning effect upon the body. Muscles by nature can be used specifically for bodybuilding, or it can simply be used as a high nutritional supplementation to your diet. We recommend regenerative detoxification before building, training, and to work on fixing malabsorption, the glands, and any digestive issues. A 100% raw food diet is highly recommended for optimal strength, health, and happiness. And believe me, you're not going to be hungry on a raw diet that is looking like some of that pizza I got going on in the house. Oh my God. High energy. Okay, so high energy by nature is an organic and or wild-crafted, all plant-based, alkaline-forming, high energy blend. Absolutely no stimulants, only nature's highest nutritional and electrical foods. Fruits and berries have the highest electrical properties of all foods. Greens come second. Yes, Rosie, I'll go back and go over the GI broom after this one. After this slide. Let's see here. Stimulants in time. So if you take stuff that is going to stimulate you energetically, right, give you that false boost of adrenaline, that could be meat, that could be caffeine, that could be other energy boosting, e-shot, the isogenics e-shots, all of that stuff. They're stimulants. They're stimulants. And in time, they have the opposite effect, causing innervation and lower endocrine function. So whatever you innervate, you kill. Nature's superfoods fuel the cells, enhancing their function naturally. Let me go back up here to GI Bloom. Oh, right here. Okay, Rosie, this is for you, honey. Rosie said, can you explain what the GI Broom is good for? I'm kind of new to Dr. Morse products. Yes, we all are new to Dr. Morse products, a lot of us. And that's why I've put together this class so that we can really go through all of the different formulas and understand what they're good for. So I'm happy to go over this again with you. So for the GI broom, hold on, let me make sure I'm at the beginning. Yeah. So for the GI broom, be sure to stay hydrated with with water or fruit juice. This contains bentonite clay, and bentonite clay can be binding, and you don't want to be constipated. So this is like a broom for your gastrointestinal tract. Be sure to adjust bowel formulas accordingly so you are still moving easily 2 to 3 times per day. And by the bowel formulas, he's referring to these formulas. So the GI Renew, if you have loose stools, if you have normal stools, normal number 1, right? He's referring to these bowel formulas, the GI Renews. Because if you got in your kit, right, in your kit, Rosie, that you just got, you would have gotten one of these GI Renew, one of them. Usually it's a number 2, unless you selected a different option, right? So he's talking about that when he's talking here about the be sure to adjust bowel formulas accordingly so you are still moving easily 2 to 3 times per day. Do not consume with supplements, foods, or herbal formulas. Take at least 2 hours before or after meal. So what this is good for is this is good for sweeping out and pulling out the mucoid plaque and for just scrubbing out your intestines. This releases a lot of the stuck toxins and the stuck fecal matter that's in the small intestines, and it's used in conjunction with the GI Renew. So I hope that can you explain what the GI broom is good for? Yeah, okay, so that should explain it, right? So it's good for scrubbing out and cleaning out the small intestine and the bowels. So, right, so I covered the high energy. So just berries and just fruits is our organic and or wild-crafted fruit and berry blend. It has some of nature's most nutritional and electrical foods on the planet. Fruits and berries have the highest electrical properties of all the foods in nature. Fruits and berries feed man's high electrical nervous system. Simply put, a teaspoon or a tablespoon, depending on your taste preference, of one or the other in a glass of water, fruit juice, or add to a smoothie. Great for kids. Great for kids. All right, let's talk about healthcare for our mouth, right? A lot of us experience all kinds of stuff going on with our mouth, and we start experiencing this, sometimes a worsening of this, when we start juicing and we think, oh my God, this citrus juice, this grape juice tears up my tongue. This citrus juice makes my teeth feel more sensitive, or maybe even makes my teeth fall out. Yikes, that is a serious detox symptom. Aw, thanks, Rosie. Rosie says, thanks, girl. You are my new favorite. You're so welcome. So finally, an all organic and or wild-crafted herbal non-toxic tooth and gum powder designed to clean, strengthen, and to assist in the regeneration of teeth and gums. If one is having tooth and or gum problems, remember acidosis and the stagnation of the lymphatic system in the mouth. That's what's happening. It's not that the juice is causing you to, it's hurting your tongue. It's that you're lymphatically stagnant in your mouth. Combine our great tooth and gum powder along with a regenerative detoxification program like you're doing, and you will be well on your way to superior health. Remember, The pH of one's saliva needs to be alkaline above 7, or decay and loss of calcium will occur. So you can take one of those little test strip dippy thingies that we use to test our urine, and you can just put it in your mouth and it'll tell you the pH of your mouth. All right, the healing salve was formulated to heal and soothe irritations of the skin resulting from insect bites, rashes, and infections, as well as a variety of other issues. And the skin burn salve was formulated to soothe and heal scalded or burned skin resulting from exposure or injury. So I wonder if those of you who have skin sensitivity issues, that might be something that you might want to explore. The antifungal salve was formulated to be applied to various insect bites and skin irritations. It is a strong, all-natural herbal blend that reduces inflammation and irritation and helps promote healing. A must-have in your herbal medicine cabinet. Yes. Yes. How are you guys doing? How are you all doing? We're almost there, you guys. We are almost there. Yes. Huge shout out, huge pat on the back. We need to all be giving ourselves a huge pat on the back for learning all of this stuff and being open to the healing power and the healing properties of plants. I love this. I love that we're all learning this together. You guys having fun? Let me know in the comments if you're having fun, okay? I think you are, or else you wouldn't all be here. So here are now that we've gone through all of the individual herbal formulations, let's see how Dr. Morse combines them into these deep tissue cleansing kits and the Fab 4. Let's check it out. So the Fab 4 kit consists of kidneys and bladder #1, lymphatic system #1, endocrine support, and GI renew whichever one that best suits you. So whether it is that you have very loose bowels, right? Very loose stools, and excessive and explosive diarrhea, or if you have loose bowels but still moving them too much, and sometimes you have normal bowel movements, this is kind of the one that it defaults to if you don't choose an option, the #2, and the #3, the #4 strong, and the #5, the super mover, the super mover, the super mover. So with the Fab 4 kit, it's a more basic version of the deep tissue cleansing kit. Great to use when affordability is an issue. Great maintenance protocol, and you can always add the Parasite M, the Heal All T, or others to supplement and add on to the Fab 4 kit. The Deep Tissue Cleansing Kits. This is our new 14-week detoxification program, and it can be used to get you started or as a periodic maintenance cleanse. And the reason that Dr. Morse put this together was because he wanted to give you guys an opportunity to use the wide array of beautiful formulas that he has and use them confidently, and to use this as a foundation, using this as a foundation for our health and vitality. Awesome. Alana says she's loving it. Oh my God, perfect. Does the antifungal salve get rid of toe fungus? I would say your better bet is to get rid of it with the Parasite G, the general, or is it Parasite M? Parasite M for the candida and the fungus. I believe the antifungal salve is more for using topically if you have a fungal reaction topically on the skin, but you can put it on your toe. Like, I can't see that it would hurt. Maybe it will help. Maybe it will. Amy says, thanks, Elena. I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. On the live. No problem, honey. Thanks, Alana. Okay, so the weeks 1 and 2, so the deep tissue cleansing kits come in a nice little box, and everything is packaged right for those first 1 and 2 weeks, and you just follow the instructions inside. You just take them as prescribed, as recommended, rather. So weeks 1 and 2 has kidneys and bladder 1 caps, kidney and bladder 2 tincture, the lymphatic system 1 caps, parasite M, parasite G, endocrine support, liver gallbladder support, and your GI Renew at whichever number you have selected. You can also opt to have it come with a beautiful and comprehensive guide with a thorough guide through the 14-week program. You can be purchased with the kit, the weeks 1 to 2 kits. It's for an extra $50, or you can purchase it without the kit for $65. And I think the weeks 1 and 2, like the 2-week kits, I believe the week 1 and 2 kit is like $245 US, but it's a beautiful start, and it's a beautiful start to your program. Weeks 3 and 4, we're going to be looking at the kidney and bladder 1, kidney and bladder 2, lymphatic system 1, lymph nodes 2, parasite M, endocrine support, liver gallbladder support, and then the GI Renew in whatever number you need. And look at how he mixes them up. You see how he switches it up? Remember, he said before, we said that there's so many different kidney formulas. There's so many different kidney herbs, so many different bladder herbs, so many different lymphatic system and lymph node herbs that he wants to provide as much as we can to keep the body dynamically guessing, ooh, I wonder what's coming next. And Rosie said, Dr. Morse's office told me to start with a deep tissue cleansing prior to your appointment, which is on December 9th. Yes, excellent. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why he put together these deep tissue, these kits for us, so we can use them with confidence on our own. And that's why I want to teach it to all of you, because I don't want us to be afraid of these herbs. I want us to be able to say, oh, these are where my weaknesses are. How do I know? I can tell by my symptoms, and I can go confidently and apply these in my protocol. And yeah, Dr. Morse's office has sometimes a 2-month waiting list to get in to do that, to have the appointment. So definitely start. Definitely start. There's nothing to be afraid of with these herbs. But you can see how in weeks 3 to 4, how they change up weeks 5 to 6. So weeks 3 to 4, you're going to be doing kidney and bladder 1 capsules. Well, weeks 5 and 6, we're going to go kidney and bladder 3. Kidney and bladder 2 tincture, we're going to go kidney and bladder 4 for weeks 5 and 6. Weeks 3 and 4, you're going to do lymphatic system 1. And then weeks 5 and 6, you're going to do lymphatic system 2. Weeks 3 and 4, you'll do lymph nodes 2. Weeks 5 and 6, lymph node 2. Parasite M, brain and nerve support. So you see how he switches it around again. So instead of the endocrine support, he's taken that out and he's put in brain and nerve support. Instead of the liver gallbladder, we've got circulation upper body, but like one doesn't cancel out the other, right? He's just changing it up all the time, keeping this dynamic. Your body is a dynamic, beautiful structure, and these herbs will know how to get in there and strengthen you where you are weak, where you need strengthening. Same thing for weeks 7 and 8. Week 7 and 8, we've got kidneys and bladder 3, kidney and bladder 4, lymph system 3, lymph node 3, adrenal support, brain and nerve support, circulation upper body, and GI Renew. In weeks 9 and 10, we're going to go with kidney and bladder 3, kidney and bladder 4, lymphatic system 3, lymph nodes 3, adrenal support, brain and nerve support, circulation upper body, and GI renew. And weeks 11 to 12, we've got, so you can see the little pattern. You're like, oh, okay. And if you want, once we post these images up to our group page on Facebook, we'll have these images up there, and you can go back and you can reference back up to the top. It's like, okay, well, what's the kidney and bladder again? What does that do? What is that for? Well, you can scroll back up, right? And you can see, okay, go in here and get refreshed on why you're taking what. Understand what you're putting into your body. Understand what it's there to help you with. Understand how it's being designed by nature, by God, to heal the body and strengthen those areas, those tissues, those glands, those cells that need strengthening. And that's basically it, you guys. That is the class for today. That is the class for today. That is the first part. 2 hours, 2 hours and 44 minutes later. About 2.5 hours just talking about these herbs. What did you guys think? Give me your feedback. Let me know. Is there anything that you need some clarification on? Is there, I know you're all wanting to know, how much does this all cost, right? Well, that's great, Burns. Well, what's the bottom line? Well, like I said, there's a couple of ways of going about this. You could go and source these yourself locally to you, so you don't have to pay US exchange rates, or you can go directly to Dr. Morse, or you can go through me to have these Dr. Morse herbs drop shipped directly to you. I'm going to set up, oh my goodness, so much to do. I'm going to set up on my website a storefront so that if you want to order these Dr. Morse herbs that will be drop shipped directly to you, then we can do that. And then that will help to support this channel and this girl. Yeah. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Dr. Morse understands that we as practitioners are going to want to support ourselves as we help you get healthy and as we help you heal. This is my work, right? So I like to do these classes for free because I like to help as many people as possible, and I want to put out as much information for free as I can. And I don't want to ask you for anything in exchange, except for maybe support the channel, support your girl. You know, if you want to order your herbs through Dr. Morse directly, you can totally do that. No big deal. If you want to order them through me, it's no extra cost to you, and it's the same process. It gets shipped. I don't handle or touch your packages or your herbs or anything. I don't have anything to do with the physical part of it. That comes directly from Dr. Morse's office, directly to you. You just order them through me. So the next time that we talk about these herbs, I want you guys to formulate, if you have any questions around the herbs or around taking herbs in general, let me know, and we can talk about that in an upcoming class. What else? Oh my God, thank you, Karen. I love you. I would support you with anything you offer. Thank you. And I'm very aware of that, and I'm very careful about what I offer to you guys to purchase or to support me through. I want to always come at that with a high level of integrity, because I value you, and I want this to be, I don't want to mislead anybody or lead you down something or a product or a service that is not something that I would invest in myself, which I have. So yeah, yes. 2:40. It's 1 minute to 4 o'clock. I want to really thank you guys, especially if you showed up at noon for class today and I wasn't on. I'm so sorry, but getting these images ready for you and and with the transparent background so I could still be on the side because nobody wants to watch just a boring slideshow, right? And then getting them up onto this platform, onto StreamYard, it took a minute. It actually took 2 hours, and I did not know it was going to take that long. So I appreciate you guys waiting and you guys staying with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I appreciate you staying with me. I appreciate you taking the time to heal yourself. If you have found this at all helpful, please share this out. Please let your people know. Please share it in the different groups that you belong to. Everything is public here on my YouTube channel and on the Facebook page. If you're going to watch this again, watch it on the YouTube, you guys. I'm working my butt off a little bit. I'm working my butt off a little bit to grow my YouTube channel. It's not an easy feat, I tell ya. Get that shiznit set up. No kidding. No kidding. Carlene says, thank you for your time, your love, and support. You're the best. You're so welcome. Oh my God, I love doing this. I'm telling you, waking up with a purpose. I love waking up with a purpose. I love that I've always had a really good purpose to wake up for. Not all the time, though. I've always been working on a purpose, but I appreciate you guys so much. So much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm going to go work on finishing those pizzas, maybe. Getting them ready for the fam jam. And then maybe when Dali gets home, I'll do a quick live and do our nightly check-in at the same time as I show the raw vegan pizzas, which are, y'all, ridiculously good. Insanity. I do need to run out and get some more sun-dried tomatoes, although I do have some in the house, but I kind of like one of the brands of sun-dried tomatoes that I get. So we'll do that. So yeah, if you found this at all helpful, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like this video on the YouTube, on the Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you click that subscription button, that bell notification button, subscribe on the bottom, down there somewhere, down here. Subscribe, click the notification bell so that the next time I am live, you get a notification as soon as I go live on your phone. You also have to set your phone notification to receive notifications from YouTube. And yeah. Yes, as my dad would say. All right, guys, I love you so much. Mwah. Oh, and follow my stories as well, because the stories are popping. The stories are popping. At least I think so. My stories are popping to me. But yeah, I will see you guys all very soon for tonight's nightly check-in. I love you. Mwah.